the daughters will call me blessed. And she called his name Asher.
Keep reading. Now handmaid, she popping them out now. Go ahead and read.
And Reuben went in the days of wheat harvest, and found mandrakes in the field, and brought them unto his mother Leah. Then Rachel said to Leah, give me, I pray thee, of thy son's mandrakes.
So now Rachel, she wants some mandrakes from Leah's son, right? So look at what she gonna say. Go ahead and read.
And she said unto her, is it a small matter that thou hast taken my husband, and would mandrakes also? And Rachel said, therefore he shall lie with thee tonight for thy son's mandrakes.
Now look, and Rachel said, therefore he shall lie with thee tonight for thy son's mandrakes. So she done gave Jacob up to Leah. They switching them back and forth. She want the fruit or the mandrakes. She said, look, well, I'll let you sleep with Jacob tonight if you give me the mandrakes from your son. And she said, okay. She done it. Go ahead and read.
And Jacob came out of the field in the evening, and Leah went out to meet him.
And he don't even know what's going on. He's like, because the book say he hated Leah, right? She saw that she was hated by him. So he probably come out, she probably come running to him, yeah, tonight is my night. He probably like, oh. Go ahead and read.
And Leah went out to meet him and said, thou must come in unto me. For surely I have hired thee with my son's mandrakes.
Look, she done hired him with her son's mandrakes. Look at this. They going back and forth with Jacob. He done laid with 4 women now. 4 wives he got. 4 wives. Don't try that now. You understand? Because I don't think the Lord said don't multiply to these husbands and wives. Because I had a brother used to say that. Well, you don't see in the Bible what the Lord said you can't have more than one wife. Yes, I do. Right over there, I think that's over in Timothy where he said the deacon should be the husband of what? 1 wife. The bishop should be the husband of what? 1 wife. Go ahead and read though.
And he lay with her that night. And God hardened unto Leah, and she conceived and bare Jacob the 5th son.
Look, she getting ready to pop him out again. What verse you at?
Verse 18.
But skip down to verse 22. Now look at what he's getting ready to do for Rachel now. The one that couldn't bear children. Look at what he's getting ready to do for her. Go ahead and read.
And God remembered Rachel, and God hearkened to her, and opened her womb.
And he did what?
Opened her womb.
After all these children were born, 10 of them, he finally said, okay, Rachel, I'm going to open your womb. Right? And look at that, because you never know what the Lord going to do and when he going to do it. Keep praying to the Lord. You want children? Keep praying to the Lord. Maybe he might give you 1 or 2. Because after he opened her womb, she had 2. Read that again.
And God remembered Rachel, and God hearkened to her, and opened her womb. And she conceived and bare the son, and said, God hath taken away my reproach. And she called his name Joseph, and said, the Lord shall add to me another son. Now,
so when we keep on reading, she had another son. His name was Benjamin. You understand? She was barren at first. Couldn't have no children. But then the Lord turned around and opened her womb up, didn't he? Let's go now. Let's go to John the 16th chapter. John 16. We ain't got but a few more. John 16. And we're going to pick it up in verse 20. John 16 and 20. Everybody got it? Amen. Go ahead and read it.
Verily, verily, I say unto you, that ye shall weep and lament, that the world shall rejoice, and you shall be sorrowful. That your sorrow shall be turned into joy.
He said, but your sorrow shall be turned into joy.
A woman, when she is in travail, have sorrow.
A woman, when she's in travail, she got sorrow, don't she? Because we read that in Genesis that, look, he going to multiply thy sorrow in conception, right? And when she have a child, she going to be in pain. So he said, a woman, when she is in travail, have sorrow,
because her hour is come. But as soon as she is delivered of the child, she remembereth no more the anguish.
So soon as she had delivered the child, she remembered no more the anguish. Go ahead and read.
For joy that a man is born into the world.
For joy that a man is born into the world. Let's go to Luke, the 2nd chapter. Luke 2. And look, this is the most famous child that's ever been born. Luke 2 and 21. Luke 2 and 21. Still people picture him as a baby. But he's a grown man sitting at the right hand of God. Luke 2 and 21. Luke 2 and 21. You know, because they always have him around that pagan Christmas time. They got him as a baby in a manger. You understand? Jesus is he's a grown man now, sitting at the right hand of God. But look, this is the most famous baby that's ever been born. Luke 2 and 21. Go ahead and read it.
And when the 8 days were accomplished for the circumcising of the child, his name was called Jesus.
His name was called Jesus. See, his mama still keeping the law. 8 days old, a man child must be circumcised. Go ahead and read.
Which was so named of the angel before he was conceived in the womb.
Before he was conceived in the womb. Go ahead and read.
And when the days of her purification according to the law of Moses were accomplished.
Now wait a minute. What is the law of Moses concerning purification? We're going to read it. Go ahead and read.
They brought him to Jerusalem to present him to the Lord. And it is written in the law of the Lord, every male that openeth the womb shall be called holy to the Lord.
Go ahead.
And to offer a sacrifice according to that which is said in the law of the Lord. A pair of turtle doves or 2 young pigeons.
Now let's go back and let's look at this law of purification, this law of Moses. Let's go to Leviticus, the 12th chapter. We got 2 more after this. Leviticus 12. Leviticus 12, and we're going to pick it up in verse 1. Leviticus 12 and 1. Go ahead and read it.
And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, saying, If a woman have conceived seed and born a man child.
And now she'll conceive seed and bore a man child. Go ahead.
Then she shall be unclean 7 days, according to the days of the separation. For her infirmity shall she be unclean.
So now, if she bore a man child, she's going to be unclean for 7 days. Go ahead.
And in the 8th day, the flesh of his foreskin shall be circumcised.
Go ahead.
And she shall then continue in the blood of her purifying 3 and 30 days.
3 and 30 days. 33 days, right? So 33 and 7 is what? 40. 33 and 7. So she is unclean for 40 days if she has a male child. Go ahead and read.
She shall touch no hollow thing, nor come into the sanctuary.
Nor do what?
Come into the sanctuary.
That's why we tell a woman after she has a baby, she is not to come into the sanctuary if she has a male child for 40 days. Because she is unclean for 40 days. Go ahead and read.
Until the days of her purifying be fulfilled. But if she bear a maid child.
But if she have a girl or a maid child, go ahead.
Then she shall be unclean 2 weeks.
So she shall be unclean for 2 weeks. That's 14 days, ain't it? Go ahead and read.
As in her separation, and she shall continue in the blood of her purifying 66 days.
That's how many days now? 80 days. If she have a female child, she is not to come into the sanctuary for 80 days. 80 days. All right, let's move on. Let's go now. Let's go to Genesis 9th chapter. We got one more after this. Genesis 9, and we're going to read one verse. Genesis 9 and 1. 9 and 1. Go ahead and read.
And God blessed Noah and his sons and said unto them, Be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth.
Oh, so he just didn't tell Adam that then, did he? He told Noah that too. Be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. And if he had told Noah that he had used Noah to do this, then we wouldn't be here. He said, be fruitful and multiply and replenish the earth. Genesis 10 and 1. Genesis 10 and 1. Go ahead and read it.
Now these are the generations of the sons of Noah, Shem, Ham, and Japheth. And unto them were sons born after the flood.
Skip down to verse 32. Go ahead.
These are the families of the sons of Noah.
These are the families of the sons of Noah.
After their generations, in their nations, and by these were the nations divided in the earth.
He did what the Lord told him to do, didn't he? He was fruitful and multiplied and replenished the earth by these three sons. All right? He said, these are the families of the sons of Noah after their generation in their nations, and by these were the nations divided in the earth after the flood. And that's how we got here. So I thank everybody for listening. I hope you got some understanding from this lesson. Thank you. Now we're going to have a reading of the announcement.
Grace and peace to our brothers and sisters here at the Israel Church of the Living God. If this is your first visit, we hope you will come back and worship with us again next Sabbath. There is no eating or drinking in the sanctuary with the exception of water. Brothers and sisters, please adhere to the dress code of the Israel Church of the Living God. Brothers, please remove any head covering upon entering the building. Do not wear sleeveless shirts, fleece jogging pants, shorts, tight-fitting pants, or any other revealing attire. Sisters, you must have a head covering. This is required. Hats, scarves, etc. Do not wear shorts, skirts, mid-dress, or see-through blouses, mini dresses, mini skirts, halter tops of any kind, revealing splits, tight-fitting or cleavage revealing attire. Modest apparel only. We have Bibles and scarves available for visitors. If you use a Bible or scarf that belongs to the Israel Church of the Living God, please return it prior to leaving. If you live in the Lake County area, Illinois area, please watch our television program, The Word for Life, every Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. on Comcast Channel 17. You can visit our Facebook page at Israel Church of the Living God to post questions or comments. All questions will be answered according to the Bible. Click the face like button to see our daily posts, and also click the follow button to receive class information and church activities updates in your news feed. In the effort to expand the church ministry, we have started a building fund. You can make your secure payments online using a PayPal account at www.israelchurchtlg.org, or you can send your donations to the attention of ICOTLG at P.O. Box 8933, Waukegan, Illinois 60079. We thank you for your past contributions and hope for your continued support. Free will donations are welcome and appreciated. Finally, brothers and sisters, please to continue to pray for one another. These are today's announcements.
If you'd like to contact us here at Israel's Church of Living God, you can give us a call at 847-636-4792. That's 847-636-4792. We also would like for you to follow us on our website. That's israelschurchoftlg.org. israelschurchoftlg.org, where you can go on there and look at some of our previous videos on YouTube, and you can go follow us on Facebook. We also have GoFundMe account that we have set up for those that would like to donate a free will donation. Also, to the members, we are having prayer after class. So anybody that wants prayer after class, we'll be having prayer after class today. In fact, we'll be having prayer after class from now on. So all those that are, you heavy burdened, you got some type of problems, or you just happy, your life is going well, and you still want prayer, we'll pray for you too. Amen. All right? And also we'll be having questions and answers afterwards too. And I also would like to read this letter right here that we received from the Independent Center. It says, thank you again. It says, to the members of Israel's Church of the Living God. Thank you again for your generous contributions to the members of the Independent Center. The donation of clothes to those most in need was truly appreciated here at the Independent Center. So I'd like to give everybody give a hand for your donation that we made to the Independent Center. This is that was very nice of them to send us a letter too. But it's just one of the many places that we donated to.